Hi everyone, this is Brenda from Crooked River Homestead. Thanks for joining me today. Today we are making ginger cookies. What a perfect time of year to be making ginger cookies or gingerbread cookies. We're not going to be cutting them up into little gingerbread men. We're going to keep it easy today, but super delicious and smells so good when they're baking. I'm going to be sharing some old footage on how I make these and show you how to make them yourself. Thanks for joining me and enjoy. I always like to add these to my cookie platters as I'm making them. So we are going to be starting with 2 cups of sugar, 1 stick of butter, softened, and 1 cup of vegetable shortening. I like to use butter Crisco in all my baking. It adds a nice buttery flavor to whatever I'm making. We're also going to add 2 eggs, half a cup of molasses, okay, we're going to mix this all together and then add our dry ingredients. Now we are ready to add our flour. We're going to add a total of 4 cups of flour and 2 teaspoons of baking soda and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ground cloves, 2 teaspoons of ground ginger, half a teaspoon of nutmeg, and half a teaspoon of salt. I have these all pre-measured here. We're just going to mix this in a little bit before we sift it. As you know, I always like to sift all my flour and baking soda or powder together. There's nothing worse than biting into a cookie and then you get a chunk of baking soda. Just an awful taste when you're expecting something sweet. Okay, and here's our other 2 cups of flour. This makes a pretty big recipe. Okay. Gonna mix this in. Smells good already with all those wonderful spices and the molasses in there. Okay, so at this point, we're just going to be rolling our dough into little balls here and dipping it into some regular sugar and then just flattening them out on the cookie sheet. The original recipe on these cookies called for an icing to put on afterwards, but I find that the cookies tend to stick together, especially if I'm shipping them. So this is kind of like a combination of another molasses cookie recipe that I had called molasses crinkles, and so just putting a little bit of that sweetness on top. These will spread out, so you don't want to put them too close together. But I will put that icing recipe in case you want to try it. It is very good. It's got like real cream in it, and so we are going to put these in the oven at 350 degrees, and they are going to cook for 10 to 12 minutes, maybe a little bit longer if they're bigger, which I think these might be a little too big.
Oh, we'll find out. All right. We will get these going and get the house smelling like Christmas. So the gingerbread cookies are done. Smells wonderful in here, all those wonderful spices. These are delicious. They've already been sampled. If you like gingerbread, I would encourage you to try this recipe. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section down below. And like and share this video, and please subscribe. Thank you.